That plant looks dead. The leaves are hanging and the color has drained away. This is usually when someone reaches for banana peel water, coffee grounds, Epsom salt, or a strong homemade tea. But that reaction can finish off a plant that was still capable of recovering. Here is the honest version of the promise in this video. Tissue that is truly dead cannot come back to life, and no natural fertilizer works instantly on every plant. But a plant that looks dead may still have living roots, a live crown, green tissue inside the stem, or dormant buds waiting for the right conditions. If that living tissue remains, the correct fertilizer may support new growth. The wrong one may burn the last healthy roots. So, before the 5 fertilizers, do a 10-second survival check. Gently scratch a tiny patch of the outer stem near the base. Green or pale moist tissue underneath suggests that section is alive. A dry brown stem may be dead, so check another branch closer to the crown. Then, look at the roots if the plant can be removed safely from its pot. Firm, pale roots are very different from roots that are black, soft, and foul-smelling. This first decision matters more than any recipe. If the soil is bone dry and pulling away from the pot, the plant may need careful rehydration. If the soil is wet and the roots are soft, more liquid, including liquid fertilizer, adds to the problem. If insects are feeding under the leaves, nutrition will not remove them. And if the plant has been sitting in deep shade or extreme heat, fertilizer cannot replace suitable light or temperature. Once those causes have been checked, the first useful natural option is a labeled fish-based fertilizer. This is not a jar of fish scraps left fermenting behind a shed. It is a manufactured product with a nutrient analysis and application directions. Fish fertilizers commonly supply more nitrogen than phosphorus or potassium. Nitrogen supports leafy growth, so this option makes the most sense when an actively growing plant is genuinely short of nitrogen. One clue can be older leaves turning evenly pale while newer leaves remain less affected. But that symptom is not proof by itself. Damaged roots, poor light, and incorrect soil pH can create a similar appearance. Use the product only at the labeled rate. A weak plant does not need double strength, especially in a small container. Never apply it to a completely dry root ball or rotting roots. Moist, functioning roots are the doorway through which the nutrient has to enter. The first change worth watching is not a dead leaf becoming green again. Old damaged leaves may never recover. Watch the growing tip. If new leaves begin opening with healthier color over the following growth period, the plant may be responding. If the decline continues, stop repeating the treatment and return to the diagnosis. The second option is a complete organic fertilizer with a clear NPK analysis. The 3 numbers on the package represent nitrogen, phosphate, and potash. Complete means the product supplies all 3. It does not mean it contains everything every plant could ever need, and it certainly does not mean more is better. This is practical when a soil test, growing history, or container schedule suggests that several major nutrients may be running low. Choose a product labeled for the plant type and follow its rate rather than borrowing a spoon measurement from a different product online. Here is the part that saves roots. Most organic fertilizers are not instant. Soil microorganisms must convert much of their nutrition into forms roots can absorb, and that process can take days or weeks. Cool, waterlogged, or biologically inactive soil slows it further. A plant can therefore be surrounded by nutrients and still be unable to use them. That is why a complete fertilizer belongs after the water, root and light checks. Apply it when the plant is actively growing, not merely because the calendar says it is feeding day. Many houseplants slow down during short winter days. Feeding a plant that is barely growing can leave unused fertilizer around the roots and cause damage instead of recovery. The third option is blood meal, and this one requires restraint. Blood meal is a concentrated natural source of nitrogen. It can be useful when soil testing or strong supporting evidence points to a nitrogen shortage, particularly in an outdoor bed preparing to support leafy growth. But it does not supply a balanced meal, and it is not the answer to every yellow leaf. If young leaves are yellow while their veins remain greener, the problem may involve iron availability. Scorched edges may point to salts or drought. A limp plant in wet soil makes oxygen-starved roots more urgent. Adding nitrogen in those situations treats the color, not the cause. Measure blood meal according to its package. Do not heap it against a stem or drop a handful into a small pot. Too much can injure plants or push soft leafy growth at the expense of flowers, fruit, or sturdy roots. It may also attract animals. There is a useful rule here. Choose blood meal only when you need nitrogen, without automatically adding more phosphorus and potassium. That makes it a targeted tool, not a general rescue potion. If you do not know what the soil contains, a test is cheaper than losing the plant and loading the soil with a nutrient it already had. The fourth option works more slowly, but improves the place where roots have to live. Finished, mature compost. Good compost is dark, crumbly, close to ambient temperature, and no longer recognizable as a pile of fresh kitchen waste. Its main value is not a dramatic overnight color change. It adds organic matter, supports soil structure, and helps soil manage air, water, and nutrients more effectively. In sandy ground, organic matter can improve water and nutrient holding. In heavy soil, it can support better aeration and drainage. Roots need both moisture and oxygen, so a plant that swings from dry to waterlogged may benefit more from better soil than stronger feed. Compost still has limits. Its nutrient content is difficult to predict, and repeated heavy applications can build up phosphorus, potassium, or salts. Pure compost is not automatically a good potting mix. Let a soil test and local guidance determine how much makes sense, and treat compost as one ingredient rather than the entire rescue plan. Fresh food scraps do not become safe, balanced compost after sitting in water for 3 days. Brown color does not measure potassium. Foam does not prove beneficial fermentation, and a bad smell does not tell you that a liquid is ready for roots. If the composition and dose are unknown, you cannot know whether you are adding nutrition, salts, alcohols, pathogens, or simply oxygen-poor water. That brings us to the fifth option, properly composted manure. The word properly carries most of the meaning. Manure can add nutrients and organic matter, but raw manure, lightly aged manure, and correctly composted manure are not the same material. Fresh manure may contain enough nitrogen or salts to damage tender roots. It can also carry human pathogens, especially around edible crops. A pile that has merely sat for several months is not proven safe just because it looks old. Proper composting requires controlled heat, time, and turning. For a home gardener, the safer route is a reliable, packaged, composted manure product used according to its label and local guidance. Keep it away from direct contact with stems. Do not use it as a desperate drench, and be much more cautious on edible crops. If you cannot confirm how the manure was processed, do not assume that soaking it in water creates a safe tea. It may spread contamination more widely. Composted manure is a soil-building amendment for the right bed, not emergency medicine for a collapsing houseplant. Repeated applications can raise nutrients until the soil becomes imbalanced. A material can be natural and still be excessive. Now compare those 5 options with the remedies often promoted as instant plant revival. Eggshells break down slowly and do not provide a quick calcium cure. Blossom end rot is often connected to how water and calcium move through the plant, so adding shells does not repair fruit that is already damaged. Used coffee grounds do not reliably acidify soil, and thick applications can interfere with germination or growth. They are better treated as a limited compost ingredient than as a complete fertilizer. Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate. It makes sense only when magnesium is actually deficient and the plant can use it. Adding it blindly can worsen nutrient balance and increase salt around roots. Banana peels contain plant nutrients, but a peel does not come with a measured dose, and soaking it does not turn it into a complete fertilizer. Onion skin color is not a nutrient test. Rice water bubbles are not a laboratory count of helpful microbes. These corrections do not make natural gardening less useful, they make it more precise. The fastest rescue is often not feeding at all. It may be draining a saucer, opening a blocked drainage hole, moving the plant out of harsh afternoon sun, removing rotted roots, correcting a watering pattern, or treating a confirmed pest. Fertilizer can support recovery only after living roots can absorb it. So use this order whenever a plant appears finished. First, confirm that some living tissue remains. Second, check moisture and roots. Third, check light, temperature, pests, and disease. Fourth, decide whether the symptoms and growing history truly point to a nutrient problem. Only then choose the narrowest fertilizer that matches that problem. Use fish-based fertilizer or a labeled complete organic feed when an actively growing plant needs controlled nutrition. Use blood meal only for a supported nitrogen need, compost to improve soil, and properly composted manure where its safety limits fit. None earns a place simply because the plant looks sad, and judge recovery by new growth, not by promises. A living bud swelling, a firm stem holding itself upright, or a new leaf opening normally tells you more than the color of any homemade brew. If no living tissue remains in the crown, stem, or roots, fertilizer cannot reverse that loss. But if the plant is still alive, the right diagnosis gives it something far more valuable than an instant miracle, a real chance to recover.